For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bailey Wolf. I'm 22 years old, and this is my story. Speaking about this on camera has been pretty difficult for me so far. I mean, it's very difficult to take my childhood and put that onto camera and to be authentic as possible. I think the reason for that is mainly because when I look back at my childhood, honestly, the main things that I see was okay, I was playing a lot of video games for one. I was a huge gamer. I'd be excited at school to go home and play Fortnite with the boys. Instantly, I'd run home and I'd hop on it, instantly just start building, doing cranking 90s and everything like that. Or I would have like a Minecraft modded world set up where I would have all these different mods installed where I could do different things on Minecraft and build new things. And I was always the adventure guy. I'd love the adventure side of Minecraft. I was never a big builder, but I'd love like setting up to kill the Ender Dragon and having all the diamond armor. And now there's netherite armor. It's all cool, fancy stuff. But I was always a huge gamer. I loved watching TV, so I was constantly coming home, and if there was a new show on, I would be binging it 100%. So like shows that I watched, How I Met Your Mother, The Office, all kinds of shows. And I'd watch them all the way through, and sometimes I'd watch them like multiple times. So my life, it wasn't super eventful as a kid. And so that's why it's been kind of hard for me to be authentic about it and really talk about it on camera because it seems like it's not anything special, but honestly, it's nothing out of the norm in this day and age. Everyone's kind of like this. We all have our lifestyle of gaming, watching TV. Maybe we hang out with some friends. I was still a pretty athletic kid. Like I'd go outside and I'd hang out with my friends pretty often. Maybe we play some basketball. Like I played some sports in high school, like basketball and volleyball. But besides that, it was mainly just gaming, watching TV, and scrolling social media, YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that, especially as it got more popular. Mainly, I just followed the trends growing up. I remember specifically, so it's June 2020, and we just moved out of my parents' house a month ago. So in May, we moved out, me and a couple buddies in town. We moved into a house where we were going to be staying on the main floor, and the owner of the house was going to be staying on the bottom floor. And so we had the whole main floor to ourselves. It's three 19-year-old dudes. You can imagine kind of what that led to. It was pretty nice at first. I mean, our house became kind of the hub for all of our friend group. So everyone after work or whatever they were doing, university, they'd come over to our place and they'd all hang out. We'd go outside, sitting on the back deck, and we'd have like a pipe or a bong, and we'd pass that around. And instantly, like smoking became a pretty big habit. I remember I was pretty depressed at the time because just at this period in June of 2020, I got my heart absolutely shattered. And you could probably relate to this. So this girl, she really didn't even like me that much. We had only been hanging out for maybe 2, 3 weeks to a month or whatever it was. And I was quite the simp for her. Like I right away caught, insane feelings because she reciprocated that for a little while. She seemed like she was really into me. So I was like, oh yes, like this girl, she's the one. Like I'm in love with her. This is going to be the one. And of course, that ended up with me getting my heart absolutely destroyed, and I came into quite a depressive state for a while. I was living by myself with a couple buddies, and I was working a minimum wage job. I'd already tried university like a lot of my friends, and I already felt like kind of a loser because I tried uni for about 3 weeks, and then I realized, what the hell am I doing here? I have no goals with this. And so I dropped out after 3 weeks. So luckily, I didn't have to pay anything. I dropped out right before the deadline, and I just got a serving job. That was what I defaulted to. I needed some type of income coming in, and the tips were pretty decent. I was making some decent money, but I had really no purpose or goals at the time. It was just living idly through life, smoking weed, playing video games, and hanging out with buddies. And even my friends were like, "Hey, like you're hopping job to job. Like, what are you trying to do right now?" Like that kind of hurt my ego a little bit, right? Like I'm like, oh, like don't worry about me. Like I got it all figured out. I really didn't have it figured out at all. Like there was so many things that I needed to work on mentally, physically. I wasn't even going to the gym at the time. Like I was just eating anything that I wanted, working my serving job, and playing video games, watching TV, and hanging out with friends. So that was pretty much my life for many, many years. Around the same time in June, when I was still with my buddies living in this place, we all decided, hey, like we're going to start at the gym and we're going to take it really seriously. And so we did. We all got a membership at this local Snap Fitness and we started working out pretty good. And I was a pretty skinny fat guy, you can call me. I didn't really have a whole lot of muscle, but I wasn't like fat, I wasn't skinny. Like I was kind of like that awkward in between. And so I quickly noticed some really good gains going forward. The gym quickly ended up being like a safe space for me. It was somewhere where I could go every single day and have no worries. I would just go there, put my work in, and I would see some great results. And it made me really happy. And I didn't really understand it at the time because I didn't have a lot of goals. I didn't have a lot of desire for anything else. But that was one thing that was an easy thing for me to start doing. It became a really good habit and I started to grow really, really rapidly and really fast. And that was the only thing that I really had along with self improvement. I wasn't into reading, I wasn't into meditation or gratitude journaling or any type of journaling at all. I just had the gym, and that was enough for me at the time to really start to make some good progress. And it wasn't until I got a call from a buddy that kind of really changed things for me. I was with my ex girlfriend at the time, and we were just playing some pool with a pool table at my parents' place. And sure enough, I received a text from one of my best friends who just hit me up out of the blue. And he's like, hey, I'm going to be doing this sales job in the summer. I'm hoping to make $50,000 to $60,000 and you should come. I had zero context of what type of sales it was, of what type of job at all that it was, and without hesitation, I said, "Yes. What are we selling?" When I left for the summer and I came to this summer sales job, it was actually like a summer door-to-door sales. So I had zero experience with sales. I just knew that I was decent with customer service because I'd done serving at multiple different places where I was from. And that was kind of some good experience, I think, for getting into talking to people. I started off the first month, April to May, and it was pretty bad. At first, I was making next to no sales. I couldn't get anything going really. And it was funny because I was actually viewed as one of the better reps in as a rookie coming in, and I only sold maybe 10 accounts in the first month. So 10 sales, full-time knocking doors on this as I'm learning, and that was among some of the best. And I was thinking to myself, like, really, is if this is the standard, like this can't be good. And my manager at the time, he kept telling me like, hey, like it's gonna click, like just give it some time, wait till the middle of May, and that's when things pick up. So it was a pest control sales job. And so that's kind of when the turning point was actually the middle of May because the weather started to pick up and the bugs started to roll out. And sure enough, right away as it kind of got to that point, we had this one place in mind that my manager kept saying, hey, like wait till we get here and you're going to see some great results. Sure enough, the first day we went to this new spot, it was North York, Ontario. And my first day there, I sold an 11 account day. And at that point, I was like, holy shit, like that's a lot of money that I've never seen before. And I made maybe 2,000 plus dollars that day as a rookie in this job. And that's when I kind of knew like, okay, like I can really figure this out. I can have some good success doing this. I ended up making that $55,000, which I thought was a great start for me in this journey. In a 4 month period, at 20 years old, I had made $55,000, which was unheard of at the time for me. And that was a huge turning point. Flash forward to 2023. Now, here today, I've run a successful team of 15 guys that came out to Toronto, Ontario, and worked under me doing the same door to door pest control sales job that I did when I was 20 years old in 2020. And in the heart of COVID, by the way, I was knocking with masks on and bullshit like that. Absolutely sucked. I could not wear a mask because if you wear a mask, if you've ever done sales before, you need to see, people need to see your expression. Like they need to see me smiling at you, and it needs to be like very clear. With a mask on, like if I'm doing this and then I'm talking, like it's like right away as you can tell, like this is not very expressive. But I release the hands, you can see my smile, and you see that I'm an authentic dude. I actually care and I have a desire to help you in a sense. And that helps a lot with sales. Now I have a successful team that did over $725,000 in revenue for a company selling pest control door to door. And I took these guys all from zero. Not a single one of them had any sales experience before. And just with 3 years of sales experience for myself, I helped them make a lot of money for themselves and have a great summer doing so. Along with that, I'm in the absolute best shape of my life. I've been working out consistently now for the last 3 years. My consistency has been at another level, and my physique shows that. And honestly, I pay a lot of my self-improvement debts to that. That was a great improvement for me to make, and it made me a lot more confident and a lot more just happy with what I looked at in the mirror. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I see like, hey, like I take pride in the work that I've put in, because it's not easy to achieve a great body. So within the first 2 to 3 years, that's when you're going to see the max amount of gains. And at that point, you can really start to decrease the amount of volume you're putting in, because the amount of change that your body's going to see from, the same 6 workouts a week, which I still do because it helps me with just kind of the discipline side of the gym. That's kind of the main reason I still work out so frequently. But as I start to record more videos and becoming more into this, that's going to decrease quite a bit, because the maintenance that I could have just doing 3 workouts a week and still gaining strength was going to be drastic. Along with that, I never would have even dreamed that I could put myself on camera talking to an inanimate object face to face as if it's a person and as if it's you. But really what helps me do this is I look at you as my younger self, because I know what I was like back then, constantly gaming, constantly watching TV. And I realized that most people are like this. It's not just me, and it took a little bit to realize that. It's most people, like majority, is going to be the exact same version of me, if not actually worse. But at the depths of my life, I was smoking constantly. I was unhappy, unmotivated, undriven. But today I look at myself now, and of course there's so much that I need to improve on. Weed is still a problem. I still play video games. I'm still watching TV more than I'd like to. But my biggest desire right now is to make a huge change in my life, decrease a lot of those instant gratification activities drastically, and bring up the activities like filming, like editing, like reading, like meditation, to become more mindful. Because that's a huge problem in our day and age, is we're so mindlessly scrolling on Instagram, on YouTube, or mindlessly playing video games. And like often you're going to be playing like this, right? You're not even like enjoying it, man. You're not even enjoying the games that you're playing. You're not even enjoying the shows that you're watching. You're just idly looking at these to waste time. And I'm tired of wasting my time. Time is such a valuable resource in our day and age. And that's the main way that you can make money and increase your income and just increase your quality of life, is just to bring down all these instant gratification activities drastically and increase activities that are actually going to bring joy in your life and help you find purpose and meaning. So why did I make this channel? So you're looking at the title of my channel, it's The Alpha Wolf, and you're thinking, this guy's an egotistic prick. He has no idea what he's talking about. And you'd be right. You'd be partially right there. I mean, I have gotten a lot of knowledge in these last 3 years in terms of ability to be more social, ability to be more confident, and just an ability to actually bring in some income to my life and finding fitness results for myself. But there's still a long way to go. So the reason I name myself the Alpha Wolf is because that's the version of myself that I want to achieve. That's the person that I want to be. So for the goals for my channel, the content that I want to put out at first is going to be mainly fitness oriented, sales and business oriented, the dating marketplace and masculinity tips, and then just general mental health, how you can help improve that, and what you can do today to really improve your life. In terms of growth and the amount of growth that I'm looking for in my personal goals, and a lot of people are going to doubt this, and that's totally fine. If you want to be that person, that's just going to add fuel to the fire for me to really keep pushing out more and more content and shove my face right in front of this camera more often. So what I want to do is in the first 6 months, I'd like to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And then in the first year of this channel, I'd like to grow that to 50,000 subscribers. YouTube is my main priority. And so YouTube is going to be what I'm posting on the most frequently, but you'll often see me on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels as well. So I plan on putting out daily short form content, or as close to daily as I can. And that's going to be mainly me talking on camera and then cutting out short clips to post onto my Reels and my Shorts. And that way people can just see me more often talking on camera. And as far as YouTube videos, I want to put out 2 to 3 pieces of long form content at first as I scale this, to more and more working hours. That's going to be my minimum for the channel at first. The main goal of this entire channel is to help you improve your life, help you feel more masculine, help you find purpose. And one way that I really plan on helping you out is I'm going to be creating a Discord and a WhatsApp for anybody who'd like to join. Any young man who feels lost, who feels like they have no purpose and no direction in life right now, you can feel free to join that when I create this in the next couple weeks. And this just provides a sense of community for those that are on this journey and that want to get on this path to be improving their life and feeling like you have more purpose in your everyday life. The reality of things is that most of your friends are not going to want to join you on this journey because a lot of people are totally fine with where they're at. You have to realize that everyday life, the 99% of people are living the 9 to 5 life and they're totally okay with that, or they say they are, and they won't join you on this journey. So if you're feeling like you're different, that you always have been different, and there's always been this thought in your mind, like, I know that I'm meant for more and built for more, then join that community when I create that, and we'll get everything set up for you so that you have a sense of safety and a sense of community within a bunch of group of guys in which you can reach out to me personally anytime, and I can help get back to you whenever I have time to reach out and hopefully have a one-on-one chat where we can dig deep and help you figure out what you need to do to improve your life today. So that's it. That's my story. That's why I created a YouTube channel. If you want to follow along my journey, hit the subscribe button right now, as I'm going to be releasing content consistently. Any lessons that I learn, I'm going to be sure to teach them to you. And we're going to help you improve your life as fast as we can and get to the point where you feel like you can be more confident, or you can be making a lot more money. And let's be honest, you want to attract more women, so we're going to help you get there as well. Leave a comment down below, start a conversation down there. It helps me with the algorithm. It helps YouTube decide, hey, this person actually is engaging, throws it out to more people. Start a conversation down there or leave a video idea. Help me out if you can. It takes you 5 seconds, and hit the like button as well. That's all for this one. See you on the next one. And until next time, Wolf out.